Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff, as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
All right, we're going to be doing a walk around on your Jayco J-Flight 284 BHS. This does have the option to have the side marker cameras installed. This comes equipped with two 20-pound LP tanks here. Got these little dials here that you can loosen up to have quick access to the propane tanks and the regulator here. So you got access to both tanks and the regulator there on the back side. So there's a little dial on the back side that you can feel with your hand. There's a little lever, little black lever hanging off the side here. You can point at either tank or drop it in the center to set up auto. When you're in auto, you have to have one tank or both tanks open so that when it draws from one tank and completely empties it, it will open up and draw to the next. And you have your powerhouse battery box here. This is a 12-volt interstate battery. It's on a Carefree battery. You have to check the distilled water level at least twice a year to maintain a proper charge. Here's your safety breakaway for your electronic brakes on the camper. If this pin here is pulled and the cable is out, it will send full 12-volt power back to the brakes. This is a safety breakaway for towing the vehicle. So if it becomes disconnected, it'll stop the coach. If this is pulled out while it's just setting, it will drain the battery very quickly. This has a power tongue jack. It's got an up and down here, docking light, manual crank if you remove the rubber seal to operate it if the battery's dead. It's a Centerline Hitch, which will be gone over with you upon arrival. Here is your other compartment. It says magnetic latches. Your VIN, weight information, tire. Here's your slide room. You always want to get the slide room seal conditioner here. Adds a UV coating and protects those seals, makes them last longer, just a little bit of preventative maintenance. And you always want to lubricate the ram here. Make sure you get a nice lubricant that's the same as the slide seal. It's made by Thetford. It's called Slide Out Lube. It's made specifically for slide rooms. This has a tank flush option, so this is for your black and gray tanks. So you want to make sure that you have both of those valves open like they are, and then a sewer hose hooked up and ran to a proper dump station. And then you turn on the pressure, and it activates a sprayer inside the holding tank, which will rinse off the tank sensors and the walls and clean it. And evacuate anything that's going to be blocking it immediately. Here's a set of low point drains for your hot and cold water lines. Here's your city water connection, or full hookup is what they like to call it. Utility shower for outside use. This has stabilizer jacks on each corner of the unit. This is a 3/4 inch nut to operate the jack up and down. Cable and satellite inlet, so if you have a portable satellite or cable at an RV park, you would hook up here. Here's your 30-amp power cord. It's usually about a 25-foot cord stowed away in here, which is connected to the coach permanently. You just pull that out and push it back in for storage. And in the rear here, you have your Dometic water heater. This is a 6-gallon wet water heater. This is gas and 12-volt as a combination, and then it has a separate 110 heating element when you're plugged into Shore Power. So everything is operated from a switch on the inside. The only thing you have to do is make sure that your nylon plug is on here for your drain. We have an outside kitchen area here with a sink and a suburban cooktop. So this is actually a stovetop here with burners, not a grill, and a quick connect right there, and then the quick connect underneath the camper, your propane tanks. And this is on a strut, so it pushes itself back in. This has a mini fridge, which is operating on 110, so you need to be plugged into Sure Power. Magnetic latch for that as well. You do have a rear ladder on the back of the coach to access your roof. You want to get up there at least twice a year and check your seals around your vents and your corners. Front and back seals, make sure that you use the Dicor product. And they do sell Thetford sealant up there. It's a UV blocker that you can spray on the seals. It's just a preventative maintenance. It just blocks some of the UV rays that deteriorate the seals, makes them last longer. You want to check your bearings every 10,000 miles. This does have the grease certs here, so you can remove the rubber cap here and hook a grease gun up and grease those. I would recommend getting them packed every 10,000 miles or at least checked yearly. And this is your furnace exhaust. So when you're running your furnace, that will be extremely hot. I do recommend you get a mud dauber screen that protects bugs from crawling inside and making a nest. That way you don't have to pay for your furnace to be taken apart and cleaned out, because bees or all sorts of bugs have made a nest inside of it when you're not using it in the off season. Here is your freshwater fill or potable tank for dry camping. We're going off the grid. There's the drain valve for it, and then the hose is sticking down or the overflows of that tank. So when you overfill it, you'll see that overfill go right there on the ground. Here's a cable and satellite antenna output and a 110 receptacle for power. This does have a pre-installed bracket for a TV mount. Here we have your convenience pack and your Centerline Hitch. This does have a Solera awning with speakers in the awning head. Inside the coach, you'll see you got your battery level, fresh, black and gray, slide control awning. You'll have your lights. This is a Norcold 12-volt refrigerator. Push and hold for power. You have a IRV technology stereo. This does have a disc insert, so it is a DVD player as well. This is Bluetooth. 2 different speaker zones, 2 controls your outside. 1 is your interior speakers. This does have a HDMI and a 5-volt charge USB hookup. You've got a nice Insignia 55-inch TV. The vent for the furnace is there, not on the floor. Here is your breaker box and 12-volt fuses. The stovetop and oven have a built-in igniter and lighting. Nice range with light and fan. There's your microwave. The bedroom here. There is no light switch for the main lights, so there's just a center click there. And then this is your switch for your accent light above the bed. And you got your reading lights as well.
Hello? Oh my god, you scared the shit
I'm in the middle of a video.
Who's got that door open?
I was in the middle of a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, underneath of the bed here, you will have access to your water heater bypass valves. All you have to do is crawl back there. It's easier to remove the bed and this wood panel here that I'm holding up, and then you can flip that panel up there. There's only 1 screw in it, so you can flip it up and rotate it, and it will give you access to the bypass valves for the water heater. There'll be a hot and cold one there. So this is ready for use, so you don't have to do that right now. Just when you're ready to winterize it, you can flip those the opposite way. And then your water pump will be located directly back here. There's a valve there. You can remove this single screw here and have access to that to winterize. It does have the hookup, so you don't have to hook up the hose or anything. It's already all there. You have to just turn a valve and drop the hose into the jug, and it'll suck the antifreeze into the system for you. That about wraps up the video. If you got any questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching.